Kama ni mechi, as in I feel utajua. Kwani anapiga jenduri kama anauawa.
Utaisikia.
Inauliwa. And I think to answer that, you also have to be like, kuna something very alert.
Yeah.
You get.
Hi guys, welcome back to yet another episode of Heart2Heart with Smiley.
Tuanze tena.
Nimeangalia like tunasema tusemi.
Sorry.
Yeah, let's just be ourselves. Relax. Okay. We can maybe take 3 deep breaths in and out. We relax. Hey.
Kelele mingi hapo hivyo baba.
It happens.
Yeah.
Haya tungeendelea.
Nisha fix. Yeah.
So.
Tumeanguka.
Let's go. Mandela. Oh.
There'll be more people watching us than who are in front of us. So
Yeah. Ready.
Camera crew.
2 and action.
hi guys, welcome back to yet another episode of
Heart2Heart with Smiley.
Yeah, today I'm joined with these amazing, beautiful girls. Yeah, you can introduce yourselves. I'm here with...
I am Kimberly. Yes.
I'm Angeline.
I'm Nyawera Hilda.
Yeah, and today it's such an amazing day. We are here to talk about GBV. Yeah, it's something that has been happening of late on the internet. Like there is a recent case on GBV, and I feel like it's something that has been affecting our society since way before. Like it has been there, and that's why like it's still there. It's just that social media was not there to loud it out. To put it out there for people. But it has been happening. We've been seeing it growing up, and probably that's what is making us do it.
True.
Yeah.
Normalization of this
normalizing it as normal, like it's something that's happening.
Yeah, that's true.
Kwanza kuna kunga na various forms of SGBV. Kuna kunga na hizo emotional, physical and sexual. Some people don't even know what they're doing. Like ukiambia mtu kitu emotional, like let's say someone is married and the husband anaongea like emotional things, like anaongea vibaya, lakini ajua anaongea vibaya, like ina affect the wife mentally and everything. Unapata bibi analia kila saa, anamuuliza what's wrong and stuff.
Oh, for those who maybe don't know what GBV is, maybe you can define for us what GBV means to you.
Gender-based violence. Any form of violence that you may experience either as a man or a woman. Yes.
I think for me, I'd say GBV is like you're experiencing a certain type of violence just because of who you are, as in because of your gender, the way she's said it. Let's say, for example, the most rampant cases of GBV happens to women because they are women. Not saying that they don't happen to men, because if you've seen on the internet even recently, you see that there are like various forms of GBV even happening to men. But I think most of the cases are for women because those are the most reported cases.
Yeah.
Do you know why there is these things that nasikianga pia male go through it, but they don't talk about it? They like kuna kuanga na stigma. There is something I have asked my friend. Maybe let's say alikuwa anasema ati wasichana wanaongea ati sisi pia we go through that thing, lakini hatuongei. So nikamuuliza, nani anakuzuia kuongea? Kaniambia hakuna. Na ukiongea nani atakukriticize sana? Akasema huko kwingine. I was like maybe they talk about it, but kuongelea juu to be heard, it's very hard for them. But pia sisi wote,
Yeah, for the men.
yeah.
But it happens also.
Yeah, it does happen.
Yeah, it's the same case for also men and women. There are women who, before a woman comes out, they have endured so much. Why? Because of the
the way she's mentioned, the various forms of GBV. I think we are so used to the physical forms of GBV and the sexual forms of GBV, which are very rampant, unfortunately, in today's society. Because if you've seen right now, there are like a lot of cases of femicide happening in Kenya. So it means that GBV is still happening, even with like all the awareness and everything. It means more awareness need to be created and more measures need to be taken. But then I think people are not very aware of the emotional, psychological forms of GBV. They're not even aware they're undergoing through it. You get
Also the
what
emotional one.
Exactly.
For me, I feel like men, especially men in relationship, they go through emotional GBV, but they don't realize that they're being hurt probably by the partner or the friend.
How?
That is something that men go through emotionally. No wonder you get like most cases of suicide are from men, because they're not able to speak out about what they're going through as a man, or what violence they're going through as a man. Since most, I feel like we have grown our men into a society where that lazima ujikaze kimwanaume, lazima kitu kifanikia like lazima ujikaze, and that's not right. Me feel like our men should be able to explain to us what they feel without us judging them or seeing them as weak. And I think that is what most men at our age go through. They're not given the space, the safe space to
actually speak out.
To actually speak out what they're going
that's
through.
what even Hilda was saying. Like it's the shame they get, not even from the women, from themselves.
Yeah,
they feel shame like, hey, nitasema hivi alafu nitaambiwa, hey, that's okay, we have men behind the camera, so let them speak for themselves.
Most of the time, if I'm being honest, most of the time, we find that men don't speak about the things because warembo, wasichana, yeye ndio mtaanza kuchukulia, mtachukua weakest point, you take it as an argument point. Kama useme, lakini si hata wewe, you are this and this and this and this and this. Jamani, so kitu yenye mimi nakuambia at my weakest, take it as is.
There you go.
And embrace that. Help me like overcome that. Si kuitumia as a weapon against me, because that will mean I'll never tell you about it.
True. No wonder I've said us as women, being on the other side, we should create safe spaces for our men, because we are the first people to use that against them. We are the first people to say like, nani aliniopenia ni weak. We are the first people to say that, because if a male friend comes and open up to you, you'll be like, kwani wezi deal nayo? Honestly, according to this, kwani wezi deal nayo? He's also a man. He goes through emotions. He goes through all those gender-based violence. So I think it starts from us. First, listening to our men in our circle. May it be your partner, may it be your best friend, may it be your brother, your cousin. It starts with us there, so that we can spread to other people. Because it has been happening, and we've been losing our men through us not listening to them or giving them the space to be them.
Na nikikuuliza, have you ever seen a man like kwa kamera akiongelea, I went through such a thing? Kama ule wa this mwenyali uko hivyo Mombasa, there is something that happened. Alikuwa gang raped. And when he spoke about it, the comment section, you could see wanamwambia mbona unaongea. So
it's just
so much.
Everybody's duty.
For me, I think
it's not for men or for women. It's for all of us to create a safe space.
For us to talk.
For us to like express ourselves and be ourselves. Because in this society, especially in Africa, we were taught to be, the women were emotional and the men were the strong pillars of the family. So we need to undo and unlearn those things, like all of us together. Even men need to stop seeing women as weak. so that and that's why they see you as weak. For those men who come and beat you, they feel like you're weak. Like I can tell my story. There was this day in my first relationship, like serious relationship. There's this day like we were staying with this guy, not even somewhere close where my family was. Like we were just the two of us. For him, he had his family there, but for me, I had no one. So I felt safe with him, and I don't know if he saw that as a weakness and used it against me, because this day we were okay. I went, there was a wedding happening in the community, and everyone goes for the wedding. That place is like a place where when there's a wedding, you don't even need an invite. So I go there, he is also there, we are having a good time. Then he just takes some drugs, and now he comes. I don't know what I did. I don't know what happened. He just came and hit me. And now I feel like it's cause he knew that there's nothing I can do
for yourself.
I can't stand up for myself. I can't run to.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
yeah, that's a lot to take in. So for me, I think one thing I'd ask you guys, let's say maybe for her case, what do you think was the best thing she could have done at that moment?
For that moment, I just had to cry.
Kwanza ulikuwa wapi?
I'm really
Ebu
sorry.
tell us the place you were at.
Nilikuwa Kakuma.
Like ulikuwa na watu wengi and
Yeah, in front of people, imagine.
What did people do?
That's why I'm saying like the society has normalized it, and that's why it has to start with all of us.
Yeah.
Like it has to be all of us.
Because I feel like the people around you could have defended you and something about it. Because I don't get why they should watch someone going through
And they
that.
did it after he has already done it. So hiyo ndo mtu anamtoa.
Then I'm trying everything. I think for me, I'd say one of the things about GBV are the bystanders. Let's say maybe me as Kimberly, I'm not going through GBV, but I know somewhere Hilda has a very abusive partner. Like I'd say that case, that podcast, kina nani Bumpy, Sophia, whatever. You get the best friend was the best friend was a bystander. The best friend was the one who actually took action and went to the mom and said this and this is happening to your daughter, because the daughter ni kama hataki kutoka hapo hivyo. Because one thing about abuse is people get attached to the abuser psychologically for some reason. Yes, I'm yet to confirm why. But for the bystander, I'd say us as bystanders, you as a bystander, you should actually speak out if you're seeing something wrong. Like let's say, I'm sorry what happened, like maybe that for your case. Someone could have actually, let's say if Kimberly was in the crowd, Kimberly could have, maybe I can't beat the man, but sineneza shout. As in, what can you do? What's your role as a bystander? Maybe let's say how tuko kwa ploti, then neighbor wako sema the girl anapiga bwana yake. Tuachie mtu cause GBV si tumesema happens to everyone. Wewe usipiga the girl cause the girl is a psycho. Kenye utazafanya ni utoke hapo nje uanze kuscream. If you scream instead of kuketi umefunga mlango unasikiza kwa ukuta, cause unfortunately kama Africa, for me tukiwa wadogo tuko tutasikia kitu kifanyika nje, the first thing mama atambia kufunga kwanza mlango, so we lock the door, chungulia kwa dirisha. Instinct. Then everything is safe.
African instincts
tukiwa safe, then tunaenda kuangalia which yes, as a bystander first of all ni kama the same as a first aider, you have to be safe wewe mwenyewe. But ukisha notice wewe mwenyewe uko safe, unaweza fanya nini ingine? You get ile yenye siwezi pigana, but what I can do ni niende ni knock hiyo mlango na nguvu, ni shout, I alert everyone else. And maybe wenye wako na nguvu kwa hiyo capacity, they'll come and maybe do something.
We used to have a neighbor when
yes.
What if wako mechi?
Pardon?
What if wako mechi?
Wanapiga kelele.
Lakini sasa si kuna difference.
kwa sababu utajua jirani yako.
wengine wanalianga.
But you will know when ukifika hapo utajua.
Get you.
Kama ni mechi, as in I feel utajua. Kwani anapiga jenduru kama anauawa.
Utaisikia.
I think to answer that, you also also have to be like unaona something very alert.
Yeah.
You get as in nasikia noise somewhere. Maybe I take kitu kama a minute or two. Hiyo ni noise as in what's going on.
But kuna
Alafu ya
people
bedroom
pia
kuja na nini kitanda.
but kuna people atafunga nyumba na hata fungue nyumba until he's done. We had a neighbor like that one.
And watu walikuwa wanatoka ku like
watu wanatoka wanagonga
as a neighbor amsha notice. I feel where as a neighbor may notice you can't help what the mnafanya which line of action, you call the police. As in if you notice ni kitu yenye this guy is locking the door, maybe anapiga huyu msee hapa ndani na hafungui until they are done. Mimi kama bystander ni mwana nikigonga mlango when I'm shouting nothing is happening. The next course of action, if maybe there's a near police station, I'd definitely go to the police station, call the police 911, something like that. You get as in there's a role as bystanders yenye acha niite the society. Kuna venye sisi society tumenormalize ngedi things like easy mass stigmatization for men. You get because I think kulikuwa na this story last week but one was something on Twitter about this chile mwenye alikuwa anadunga the guy, then the guy was defending himself with the pill and everything. You get as in a feel kama as in venye hiyo kitu iligo viral the way this guy alikuwa shunned. As in you get kama ingekuwa mwanamke because as women sisi you speak out sana. You get but kuna this level of stigmatization yenye sisi wenyewe as women tumeweka for men na men themselves wameweka. I think me I'd say for our generation because I'm not sure about our parents generation. I'd say for our generation tunaweza anza maybe hatuta achieve everything but ndio tunaweza anza ku break that stigma. Unasikia as in if ukisikia someone is going through something, what can you do in your capacity because you can't do everything here.
And that takes us to the next like abuse because we have talked about the physical abuse which is not the only thing that's happening. We also have sexual psychological harmful cultural practices so or online violence
in this generation
no online because right now everything is online. We might even post this and the men they are abusing or even the women it does not select gender actually. Violence does not select gender. It happens to everyone. It happens to men, it happens to women, and it happens to even babies and children. Unfortunately. So what do you think about the harmful cultural practices? We can talk about that. Harmful, when I say harmful cultural practices, something like FGM, things that are done to you because of your culture, but is actually that one affects mostly is women.
True. FGM.
Okay, for me I think I'd say harmful cultural practices. Like there's this thing, I don't know if it's still going on, but I heard recently about wife inheritance.
It happens.
In some cultures it has been normalized as in when the guy dies, the big brother or the brother that's left.
Even in our culture, in fact, in our culture
there's wife inheritance.
Even now, like your brother inherits, especially if you have umeacha mali, it's not left like
for
that
for the woman and something as
it's like hii mali baki kwa familia because they assume, I don't know why they just assume that the woman will go get married, ataenda olewe and the other man comes.
Okay, I think for me, I think now that's one of the most, as you know, that's one of the few cultural practices that's not actually spoken about.
True.
And I feel it's a form of GBV just because I'm a woman. If the guy dies, if the woman dies, the guy is actually allowed to marry from somewhere else.
Kwanza hivi I may ask, wanaruhusungu kama the brother has a wife already?
Anamuoa bibi ya pili.
Hata kama kuna wengine watatu.
Hata kama kuna watatu ni atakuwa wanne.
Na imagine haiwezi ongelea hiyo stuff juu.
You get how it's hard.
I could tell you guys, the easiest way to go around this, you don't marry via traditional ways. If you marry via Catholic or Protestant, the Protestant way, it kind of like brings apart. Because now you're no longer part of that religion. You now belong to another religion. Because if you look at the Kenyan law, let's say you are in a Russian. You're technically in a polygamous marriage, but the both of you are monogamous. So if the guy dies, you can't be inherited. You get?
I think that I didn't know that honestly.
But what about for Muslims? Because for our people it's in Muslims. Because the Muslims they can marry up to 4 wives. Whether you are married through law or whatever, and the culture is there also. And you know, with our men, they know dini sana when it comes to marrying an extra wife or something that benefits them. Yeah.
Okay, for me,
thank you for saying that, because I feel like even in the society, it's a patriarchal system. It's a patriarchal system. It's more of how will the man.
Okay.
At the same time, here kuna no religion and kuna culture.
Kuna
I think pia tunafaa kuwa na facts. Know the religion facts and also know the culture. Don't just say because unasikianga ama because it's good you go to those places, learn about the culture. If you are Kikuyu, go to those
To Aluo.
No, I'm saying go to a Kikuyu place like an old grandma who's going to teach you this is how it used to be, so that you can also get to understand from a perspective you have like knowledge around all the.
Okay.
But I also think I'll contradict that by saying, as in, if you go, let me assume I'm not Maasai, but there's some cases of few instances of FGM even until now happening maybe in Maasai land and other places. So that's culture. They have a reason why they actually do that. But does that mean because they have a reason, is it good?
No, it's not
the
good.
question.
No, when you do that, you have to learn how to know what to take, what is good for you and what is not good for you.
Okay.
Yeah, because when physical pain is inflicted on someone, that one ceases to be good.
Yeah.
And if the older and our culture says it's good.
It's okay.
Yeah.
If it's something that pain is inflicted, that's not good.
Okay.
And by the way, do you know why they do FGM?
I think, okay, for me, I did Blossoms in high school. I don't know kama kuna mtu alifanya kwa Blossoms. But kwa Blossoms, there was like this Castorio as the Maasai people walikuwa colonized by another clan or something. Then the women, not to get aroused, they decided, the women themselves actually decided that they'll conduct FGMs on themselves. The men were not around, their men were not around at that time. I think that's what I got from Blossoms. Then their men came back, they won the fight, as in a nutshell, they won the fight, but then the culture continued. So it means, as in, at that time, maybe it was helpful for the women at that time, but at the moment, it's not helpful, not to anyone.
What do you mean at that time?
At that, they felt that, I don't know, it wasn't good, but at that time...
to suppress the woman from enjoying sex, and she should enjoy sex.
Okay, in actuality, I feel...
Let me, I have the experience of FGM. Yeah, like it happens in our community. Yeah. It happens. Even now it happens, and they say they do it because of cleanliness. Because dini inasema, even in Islam, I don't know if they say that it's to maintain cleanliness and also to reduce the
sexual urge.
Why?
Yeah. So it's for the benefit of the men.
Okay, I feel like for this topic, each one of us must understand those specific cultures.
Yeah.
Tusiseme kitu and then ikwe like that's not how it is. So I think we should just go to the next.
Yeah.
topic. Yes.
Okay. For the next abuse is the psychological abuse, and that is like, I believe, like that is something that happens before it even reaches physical. It starts with the psychological. Ndio mtu hata aweze kukaa hapo like avumilie hiyo kupigwa because alishajua kuvumilia from the psychological abuse. Yeah, so maybe any one of you who has
me, but I feel like nobody anafaa kuvumilia gender-based violence, no matter how safe you feel in that space. Once it happens, I know it's hard. I've not experienced it I personally, but I know it's hard because you can't move from the place that you feel most safe. It's hard for you to move from a place that you feel most comfort, most safe. But once, if something is hurting you, I feel like you should just move. And it's gonna be hard, it's gonna torment your mind, it's gonna torment you, all of you. But I think it's good to take that step and realize that I'm going through this here. It's tormenting me mentally, it's tormenting me as a person. and I'm not okay here, and just take the step. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be a long journey. It's gonna pain. There are gonna be cries, but you have to make the decision you yourself to be out of that space.
True.
Yes.
But then I have a question, as in, most people are not aware of psychological violence. Okay, what are the signs? As in, what are the few signs that maybe a person we'd like to ask you guys?
Let me start from tuseme beshte yako. Maybe your friend is going through that thing. Alafu your friend was so active all the time, alikuwa na like ako lively. Alafu maybe the psychological thing, it's coming from the parents. Then unaona anaongelea parents wake once. You know, not everyone wants to speak about what they are going through. So anasema once, akiwa wazazi wangu wananisumbua. After that anarudi, anaenda tu hivyo, ananyamaza. Recline. So that's one of the ways that you can know. Mtu lively akirudi kwa reclined, asi.
You're not about a quiet person. Naturally quiet.
That's
me, I even think like huyu victim mwenyewe atajua aje like ana go like psychological abuse, because sometimes we don't even know, because even me I saw that like later on in life that it started with psychological abuse. Like this guy would nitusi tu randomly, but I didn't see that as, you know, I overlooked it, nikakuwa like na hapo ndo ilifikia kwa kuchapwa. So you as a victim you should be aware if mtu psychologically abuse, like those signs, like
okay, for
a victim.
For me, okay, I and my best friend say that if someone is tampering with your energy, positive energy, tampering with your peace, that's somewhere that you shouldn't be. Yes. So I feel like for anybody, it's very hard for you to know that you're going through that emotional torture, psychological GBV, but it's up to you to feel like if your energy is tampered, just know that's not where the place that should be. Yes.
Alafu pia, I also had somewhere that is psychological inaanzanga kwenyu. At home. Maybe at home you're receiving maybe mama kwa anatusi babako, like kitu kama hiyo. As you grow older grow na hiyo kitu. So kitu siwa unabaki.
Hata walikuwa wanakutusi
tu kutu hapo.
Me, I feel like that is a whole other topic that is about trauma. That is about trauma.
Psychological is trauma. It's trauma.
Yeah, but now we're talking about GBV. Me, I feel that is all other topic. It's about
but we
traumas.
GBV affects even children. That's the source. Like that's where it started. We said GBV affects even children. Remember, it's not only in.
But the one thing I tell you guys is, okay, you say where you're coming from. You normally marry your type. And whenever it comes to anything to do with violence, I'd stay away from it. So some people express their love in a satirical manner, like comedians. So utapata, maybe he didn't mean kukutusi, but he was just fun. You get
that
me?
is different.
That's different, very different.
There are times when somebody will take it
overboard.
Yeah. You get me? So you need to be like capable of drawing that line of what's funny and what's not funny.
And I think maybe that's the hardest thing that people are not aware. As in, I don't like these
boundaries.
What if this is an arranged marriage, you don't even know this person? You didn't know.
Where?
You leave it and go where? Your parents don't want you home. They keep telling you go back. Unavumilia, hata sisi tulivumilia.
Indian ama.
Not even Indian, African. Unaambiwa rudi nyumbani, like mwanamke ni kuvumilia. That's what I was told. Rudi nyumbani ni kuvumilia. Mimi
my question is, did you go back home?
No.
Good.
But when I decided to this was enough. Actually, the violence didn't occur again. He didn't do it again. But the abuse still continued. It was there even after I decided to. It didn't get better actually. Because even after leaving and being done with this person, he still goes on with the abuse, anakutusi alafu tena anakuja anaanza kubembeleza. But
bumpy.
I know, just like uko like yo 5 minutes ago ulikuwa unanitusi, sasa you are on your knees.
Yeah, no, that's
Like,
psychological.
That's a narcissist.
I think for that one, as in for that one, Mimi, I can't help Angie if Angie is going through that. The only thing I can do is advise Angie. But as a person going through GBV, you're the one to make that choice.
Yeah, that's why I said like when I decided to leave, hata wazazi wenye walikuwa akisema baki hapo, I was like no.
Because you're the only one.
I'm done. I am the one who knows what I've gone through, what I've been going through. So msiniambie.
Exactly.
Me, I feel like for the psychological, okay, I'm diverting. For the psychological, I feel men go through that a lot. Men go through that a lot.
Then they should be called out to speak out more.
Yeah, that's true. They should.
Like I said earlier, how can we speak out more if it will be used against us?
Oh yes.
Okay, if you have that mentality,
It will be used against
It's not a mentality.
No, but look at it this way. There are women like us, like me personally, I'm ready to listen to you.
Yeah.
And me too.
Yeah. I'm ready to listen to you talk. I'm not here to judge you. I will listen to you. You're going through it. Okay.
Yes, I will listen. Me, I will listen. I will sit down. And I will...
I'm dead.
So, so let's say somebody's being mistreated or something like that sort. Okay? So, reality is this. Why are you being weak at your own home? Like somewhere where you pay rent, where you're loved. Why are you being weak? You get me? So the moment you show weakness at your own home, you're no longer seen as a man but as a stranger.
Okay.
Elaborate.
What?
Let me give you an example. It's like you guys use social media, so
Yeah.
I'm sure you do. Meona, there's this thread that was going around yenye wanasema mimi chali yangu akiniomba do respect imeishia hapo. So if I tell you whether you know what manze, I'm broke, can you help me with this amount of money for this and this and this, hata labda useme nitakurudishia, unaenda kuambia you guys when I come back to the house utaniambia actually hata hebu nitengenezee maji, like madharau tu inaingilia tu out of nowhere.
Yes.
So this is where tuna opt manze wacha tukaende.
And okay, I think it's a problem on our side, honestly. You know, when there's a problem, we admit a problem na kufix. As in, I think it's actually a problem maybe on our side. Na, ni kunormalize, tumenormalize. As in, you guys, nina feel for, as in, the men wasiongee, inamaanisha tukubali kuna hiyo.
There is. Yeah, there is.
As in, it's all about, as in, atuwezi sema dunia mzima ita break the stigma kila mtu at the same time.
Yeah.
But it's about you.
You start,
you as a person, you start. Ukianza then I'm your friend, I'm like, kumbe vitu zinaendanga hivi, you get. As in, then it's also about being kind on social media. I think next you're going about online GBV. It's also about being kind on social media.
True.
Si masters ukiona sasa kuna ile thread ya Keva maomba nani pesa the way the other women in the comment section wakozileza sijui nini. It's all about wewe unaweza ingia na comment yako and I think your comment it change someone's perspective. That one person on the internet who's like maybe in China, maybe in US penye inaenda kubaniwa, but maybe
and what I could end from this, what I've taken from all this is that there are people like what they are talking about, who mwenye atenda aseme guy Kevo many. Now there is a woman utamuomba and she will never talk to anyone
about it.
About it.
And I think it's
so
also
it's you to choose. Ni kujua like tu venye mlisema you know your person and you know the limits. So unajua huyu mtu wangu siwezi mkopesha pesa, siwezi muitisha pesa atanitangaza. You know unajua huyu mtu wangu so it's like that cause me personally I can help help someone na nisiongelee, and I even maybe forget, because not even just my man, even a male friend akiniitia na niko nayo, I will. Yeah. So
me, I feel like it's up to us to create a safe space for our men to talk to us.
Yeah, and that brings us to the topic of online abuse. Yeah, which you are saying also. We are talking about
for me, it's online abuse mostly happens to assume online abuse nakwanga. Mimi nitasema the recent case that happened on Twitter, unasikia especially the men, unasikia men hapo na kama ingekuwa mwanamke usijui nini ingefanyika, vitu kama hizo. Instead of actually being kind and acknowledging enyewe huyu mtu ameumia. You get kitu kama hiyo. But I don't think people on social media, especially kama hauonekani, as in ile yenye kama unajua mtu akuoni, wale watu wanatumianga anonymous usernames, unapata this person is not kind. As in wewe as a person, I feel take an initiative. Ukifeel kama someone is going, as in umeenda pale online, then someone is being maybe body shamed or something, si must pia uongeze comment yako ama kicheko yako, think into this person. Exactly. When unaweza change perspective yake. Let's say maybe mtu hapo hivyo, like some for lack of better words, mimi kaka Kimberly, I'm very skinny. Sasa niko pale hivyo social media, maybe I'm dancing. Unaona nini kama hiyo? Then instead of actually acknowledging how good of a dancer I am, they will focus on how skinny I actually am. You get something like that. Then wewe kama binadamu, I won't even say a man or a woman, you as a human being, pia wewe unakuja unaongeza nini yako hapo. You get instead of actually saying, "Enyewe this Chile is a very good dancer and she has a really nice body." Hivyo tu. As in me I feel like online most people have taken it as a joke, like if you make a comment watu wanaongezea wakini body shame, people are adding on to it. Is that they don't know that the person receiving it, when the way the person is feeling, for you it sounds like a joke. For you it sounds like a joke. That's okay. But if someone told you to your post, told you the same thing you told to this person, how will you feel it? Me feel like people should be mindful of what they comment or post. Really mindful. Ask yourself, if you tell this person is fat on a comment, how will that person feel? If someone told me the same thing, how will that person feel?
One thing that people should do when going to social media and commenting, make sure you're healed. Person will not just do a comment that knows. So.
But I also think pia sometimes watu wana getting caught up, as in maybe Adi Kimberly, as I like using myself as an example, maybe Kimberly is a really good person, sometimes ana get caught up in comment na nile pia anaongeza tu kicheko hapo hivyo, as in something is really funny, you get, as in we are human beings sometimes, na pia sile amekuwa teko na miguu kama za bata, nacheka hapo, you get. But I don't know that laughing emoji mbili zenye nimetuma hapo, how ina cause damage gani. The only thing you could have done maybe ni kutuma maybe love heart emojis kama star comment, just say you look really nice. You get.
And apart from the cyberbullying, there's more to online. There's the revenge porn.
Unfortunately.
And that's what has been happening. But then recently it has reduced because of the law that has been put in place. But that's something that was happening.
Especially
your ex
2022.
will threaten you with your... So who is the problem? Are you the problem who sent the video, or...
No, first of all,
I feel the problem is the person who is putting out
the video. Exactly.
The problem is to that person. The reason why I trusted you with my notes is because I felt safe with you. So as kukosana haikupati any reason kuziput out there.
But I also think this is just my very own opinion, not influenced by anyone, but I also think as girls, I always trust him 100%. Just be careful.
True.
As in neneza kwa maybe I'm trusting guy X sana. Then kama let's say tuseme no kesi ya nini Georgina kidance or something, you like unaweza pata Georgina alikuwa anarekodiwa na maybe simu ya chali yake or something, alikuwa na trust chali yake, hata kwa nifanye hivyo to be a bad girl or something like that, you get, because ukiona the video she was just dancing or something. I'm sorry to bring that up, it was kitambo sana, but at that moment alikuwa na trust huyu mtu sana. Then maybe waka break up ama maybe something happened and what not, you guys decide to leak on the internet. For me, I'd say girls, just be careful. Honestly,
the way you know the person
it doesn't affect the person psychologically peke yake, pia socially watu wanaanza kumuona kama
upon
na maybe that was just a very intimate moment.
And we all do it. Hakuna
at some point, exactly.
Even if I delete, you did it, but you recorded yourself.
Alafu inakuharibia simu kwa job.
But honestly, I think I'd say this as in kama tuseme a video of yours imekuwa shared hapo nje as in honestly girl you just have to stand up because utafanya nini as in first of all ukisha report make sure you report I think for me most girls wajua wanaweza report
but the problem is with even our police force utaenda ku report now they start kukusomea kwanza wewe ulikuwa
there is a gender desk in police stations so there are actual trained police officers.
I think that is what people don't know.
Exactly.
Like if you're raped you're not supposed to go to the
office. Just say nataka kuingia gender desk.
Ukiingia gender based that is why you're supposed to report all your gender based violence.
And most of them
for women and men. Yes.
Exactly.
And I saw somewhere there was this girl, she was abused. She went to the gender desk. Kwenda huko akapata lady. Alifika kwanza police station, kauliza mimi nataka kuongea na mwanamke. Kaambiwa bwana ukae huko basi kama huwezi tuongelesha. Sasa akapata dem hapo. Kaanza kumuongelesha. Akamwambia I was abused by 4 men. Huyo mama akaanza kucheka. Akaita the men. Well, atisikieni huyu amekuwa abused. I saw it's on the internet. It's circulated somewhere. She's I don't remember her name, but it's circulated. Alikuwa anaongea na uchungu. You know, they didn't take any action. They did to do nothing. Hadi wakaanza kuthreaten watoto wake. So it's something that you saw that. Yeah.
On Ngugi's show, this woman who was traveling with her kids and then they wakaomba lift walifika huko wakachezwa, she didn't have money to come back so wakaomba lift for these trailer guys because they were Kenyans so after walimpea lift like kufika huko mbele now they started their abuse. They abused her in front of the kids. They even did it was just bad. She went to police station, she went to the gender based desk and evil to that as she was saying.
For me I'd say as in let's say in that case I'm not very aware or holistic. I'll do more research on this one but let's say for a case in here Kimberly has gone to a certain police station and the police station haijansaidia. I can actually decide to go to another police station ama there's me I'd say for a case in Nairobi if I go to Juja police station I don't get help, I'll probably go to Central police station. I report the case and report the police officers. There's this IPOA something they actually
there's
do.
Also a helpline.
Exactly. There's apart from the helpline there are actually forces that deal with police officers, especially the ones at gender desk and even police officers in general who don't actually do what they are supposed to do. Because first of all, huyo polisi mwenye alienda akashare that was a very intimate thing yenye msichana kwa anataka iambiwe mtu yote. So inamaanisha action inafaa kuwa taken. And I think it's all about information. Unapata this chile, this mama hakuwa anajua penye ende aseme. Anaweza enda to another police station, report the same case na aulize help. Especially kama maybe uko in maybe a town area or something like that, unaweza pata bigger police station yenye unaweza get help on how to actually report a police officer mwenye amefanya kitu kama hiyo.
But it's going to be hard.
It's going to be hard. That's the unfortunate part.
Talking about it.
I know the unfortunate part. It's kwanza as in you have to be really strong.
Like even our police officers need to be kind on.
Exactly. They need to be more trained. They need
the government
more
should
training.
do that.
They should look into that, I think.
And they don't just hire anyone who is not psychologically fit for that job
position,
because that's a very sensitive part to be in and it needs a kind person. Because what do you mean umetoka kufanya hizo vitu, you need someone to be to be empathetic to you and understand you and just listen to you. And there's also the stalking on digital space. That's also another cyberbullying, form of cyberbullying. Have you ever been
stalked
or like you happen mostly on with the celebrities. You're stalking. But even in real life, those psycho ex wenye wataki move on, anashinda amekutext, anakutafuta, you block them. So those are the type of gender-based violence that happens around us. Like it starts with awareness. Like let's just begin from there. Like it starts with awareness. You need to know, like you are being abused. You need to know this is not a safe space for me. And you need to know that it's time to move.
It's a personal decision.
It's a personal decision. You don't need to go to anyone to ask if you should leave Yeah, you can go to seek help, but not to ask if you should leave or not. That is on you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is so true. And I also feel like creating safe spaces for all of us to be able to speak, that will really help us. But as she said, it starts from you realizing, yes, girl, yes, boy, I'm going this.
Yeah.
It's for you to know that, yes, I'm going through this, and yes, this is what I'm facing. And for you to do that, I think, for you realizing that it's the start of healing. I feel like you realizing I went through this, and it hurt me to death.
And accepting that.
Accepting that I went through this. And when someone comes and open up to you, don't be like, hey, mimi akinifanyia hivyo.
Also the government can maybe put awareness on the landline helplines that are the safe spaces that are there to go. Like kuna watu hawajui hata kwa, like me, I didn't know kuna gender based desk kwa police station. So we don't need to wait for it to happen to know. We should know that there are these places yenye tunaweza enda, and we link the helplines and the places you can go to seek for help. If you are someone who is going through it right now, I'm so sorry. You will link the helplines where you'll get the helps. Just do it for you.
Just do it for yourself.
For your sanity.
It doesn't matter what the echoes are saying for you to vumilia. It doesn't matter. But if it's destroying your peace, your energy, just...
If you lose yourself, that's it. No one will care. Everybody cares about themselves. They don't care about you.
It's for you to take up the step and say, I went through this. Yes, I went through this, and it hurt me. But now I'm deciding to go.
Walk away.
Because that's ule mwenye anakuambia ukae, probably your parents, they're doing it for themselves, the shame of the society on them, not you.
Not on you,
true.
So do it for you. Speak up for yourself, and
it's you against the world.
It's you against the world. You can do it. You are strong. I'm here to tell you you are strong. You are so strong. Don't give up. Fight for yourself. And we are here for that, to speak